Try to get this car stopped when we get in a better spot up here. They pulled out of the gas station with no lights on, and now that they finally put them on, they got a broken tail lights. How we doing?
I don't have a license.
All right. How come?
I was only driving because the power steering went out on her.
All right. Is it suspended, or you just never had
My
one?
license is suspended, yes.
Just for tickets?
Yeah.
Okay. How long's it been suspended?
I lost it, got it back, and lost it probably about 2 years now.
2 years. You ever been written any violations for it, or been arrested for it? How many?
Arrested. They say there's like 10 of them. Last time I got arrested, but that's over.
10?
That's what they said, over 20 years.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, I wouldn't even be driving if the power steering didn't go out on her. And
I gotcha. Does your wife have an active license?
Yes.
Okay. All right, give me a minute here, okay?
Thank you.
The dog's like, I told him not to drive. You know, I knew this was gonna happen. Let me run him quick. Unfortunately now for him, if he has 3 or more convictions for that, then we're gonna have to bring him in. We used to be able to just give him a violation, but now it's an arrestable offense. James, are you able to hop out real quick?
Yeah.
Why don't we step over here so we don't get run over? All right. So you are correct. It is suspended. Most of these problems for DUI back in the day, is that?
There was one DUI, and then it was the SR22, and I never got the SR22,
Snowballed
but
from
that's
there.
all done away.
Okay.
And haven't had the money to get it back since. And as you can see, we're pretty much living in the car right now. And
Right. Okay. What did they say then about getting it back?
I got to go down and more or less pay to get it reinstated.
How much do you owe?
Like $800.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
I've seen a lot worse than that.
Living in the car right now and trying to find work, and
What do you normally do?
whatever I can really.
Yeah.
It's one day at a time. So.
Okay. Let me just talk to her real quick. Is the dog okay if I go up to the window with her?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the situation with you guys now as far as living arrangements and stuff? What's that? You're living out of the car?
Yeah, the kids are at my parents' and we're living.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do tonight, all right? You guys are on hard times here. If you're living out of the car, obviously a license is the last on your list, right? Food and shelter and everything else. So based on his criminal history, I should be taking him in handcuffs tonight, okay? But I'm not gonna do that.
I appreciate that.
All right? So, you can't let him drive though. Are you able to drive this with no power steering?
I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'll do it.
All right, why don't you hop out real quick?
Charlie Robert.
So James, I'm gonna cut you some slack tonight. All right? You guys are obviously on tough times here. I'm not gonna make things worse, all right? It's not gonna help anybody by taking you in on this, all right?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I hope you fall on better times.
Me too.
All right,
You guys
brother?
Have a wonderful night.
Okay.
Have a good night.
So this is one of these situations where we use officer discretion. These two are on hard times. They're living out of the car. They're trying to do the right thing. Hopefully they find money to get themselves out of the situation they're in.